I programmed the Minka Aire remote DL-4111G-01. Now the Minka wall switch will not work. I prefer to have the wall switch operational. How can I do this?
Hi, this is John, and we'll be glad and try to help. Did they work together before? I will do some investigating, but I don't think they can work in sync with each other. Give me a couple of minutes to look and I will get right back to you. If I read your question correctly, you want to be able to operate both the wall remote and the handheld remote either way. If that is correct, I am not able to find anything to support that. It is basically using one or the other but will not work with both remotes.
Thanks for your response. If I can't operate from both the wall switch and the remote, I prefer to go back to the way it was. I had the light installed and operating from a wall switch about 1 month ago. It worked fine. Today, I programmed the remote, and when I did, I lost the use of the wall switch. I would like to go back to the wall switch usage. Any ideas on how I do this? I've looked on the internet but can find nobody that has dealt with this before.
Did you always have a remote on that fan, or you had just installed it? I'm assuming that there was originally 2 switches for that fan. If the remote unit was just installed, the remote takes over the light function because the unit in the ceiling only requires 2 wires to operate both functions, fan and light, instead of 2 separate wires, one for each function.
I've had the remote, just never used it. I have been using the wall switch for the past month, and today I decided I would program the remote, not realizing that it would cause the wall switch to be inoperable. How do I deactivate the remote so that the wall switch is once again operable? I tried flipping the circuit breaker for that room, hoping that it might unprogram the remote. That did not work.
If the remote receiver is located in the ceiling behind the canopy of the fan, you can disconnect and hook up to the wires in the ceiling box. Are there dip switches in the remote by any chance? If so, by changing the position of the switches would disable the remote.
Thank you for the response. Changing the position of the dip switches did the trick.
Awesome. Glad it worked. Please feel free to accept my answer and rate your experience with the site. Thanks, John.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert, now visit justanswer.com/ythi.